YOLO. Whatever. Okay, hey girls, today is Thursday, September 12th, and I was going to wait to do this video. I wasn't in any rush to make this video because nothing's going on, but I didn't want to leave you guys with the whole I'm confused video and wondering what's going on with me. So I thought I'd go ahead and do a quick update video to let you guys know what's going on and what I'm doing. So again, today is Thursday, September 12th. Last I told you guys I was on 16 DPO cycle day 31. That was on Sunday. And I was sharing my little crazy story with you because the night before that I had a bunch of fertile CM that was the stretchiest I had ever seen. I didn't know what was going on. So again, I posted in my comment then that I had taken a pregnancy test and a OPK. Both were negative. So I was just like, at that point I'm just like, okay, Aunt Flo, come on, because that was a cycle. That was my first cycle taking Clomid again, even though I didn't tell my doctor. I took 50 milligrams of Clomid. I did, and I was kind of expecting it to kind of alter my cycle a little bit, but I was hoping not too much. So at that point, I was just kind of hoping for Aunt Flo, because there were a lot of times last year when I was trying and stuff, and I would have to. It was like I was a Provera regular. Like, oh, it was so annoying to take Provera. Then you have to wait for Aunt Flo to start. And you just it's such a waiting game, because at that point, that's worse than the 2-week wait or waiting to ovulate, because at that point you're really not doing anything. It's like that time is just a waste. It's no time in your cycle at all, because nothing's happening. You're not waiting to ovulate, and you're not doing a 2-week wait either. You're just in limbo land, and it's the worst. So I hate that. So let me go ahead and tell you what happened since Sunday. I did start spotting Sunday night, so I got a little bit excited because I'm like, yes. At this point, I'm not getting anything that looks like a positive pregnancy test. I'm just like, bring on AF. And I just did not want to go through that waiting period, like I said. So I was really hoping, I was really excited when I saw that I was spotting. So Monday morning, I woke up and that became cycle day 1. So Aunt Flo came on Monday. I am cycle day 4 today on Thursday. I am excited. Like I told you guys, I never went back when I was supposed to get my blood drawn to see if I ovulated, because I took Clomid. So I knew I ovulated. I've never had a problem with Clomid not making me ovulate. So I called my doctor and let them know, that my new cycle started exactly a month from the last one. And that's how it's been since the beginning of the year, almost, since I lost a lot of weight. It's the same day every month. So it's not a 28-day cycle. It's a 31, 32-day cycle, but it's literally exactly the same day every month for the most part. So I'm going to have my blood drawn around the 27th of this month, which should be the last Friday of the month, to see if I did ovulate. And at first I was telling you guys I kind of hope I don't ovulate so that I can get Clomid, but honestly, when I think about it, I have been having these regular cycles where I'm not missing a cycle. I'm not skipping a month. I'm not going 30 40 days like I was. I'm not doing the craziness that I used to when I was a little heavier. So maybe I am ovulating on my own right now, and that actually is better than taking Clomid, which can affect, your uterine lining and have all these effects. That's why they don't want you to take it more than a certain amount of months. But the thing that made me want it was because I knew it worked. It was it took the guesswork out of it. Ovulating 1 month, next month you don't. It just took the guesswork out of it, because sometimes we can do things that alter whether or not we ovulate. You just be too stressed that month. You don't ovulate, So I just wanted to take the guesswork out of it and get on Clomid. But honestly, if I am ovulating on my own, then that's great too, So I am kind of curious to see what's going to happen when I go get my blood drawn. So now I am at the end of unflow and just waiting, the waiting game to ovulation. Now the thing is, this month, you know, and I think we all tend to do this to where we like wait till like right before we think we're going to get a positive, but really like 5 or 6 days prior to when you know you're ready to ovulate is actually the most optimum time to kind of build up those sperm. I know so much, and I can tell everybody else how to get pregnant, but I just can't make it work for myself. But that is the most optimum time to build up that sperm supply in there so that you double your chances of getting pregnant if you're doing it like every other day, at least 5 to 6 days prior to when you're going to ovulate. Most pregnancies don't occur after ovulation has happened. It's usually because that sperm supply was already there when the egg was released. So, that being said, I'm going to try to start on my every other day. It's not going to be easy. I usually don't get every other day in. It just doesn't happen that way. But I'm going to try this cycle. Let me tell you what else I'm doing. This is my secret. I've been saving kind of to the end of this because I didn't know about this as much research as I've done, and I'm just now stumbling across this. And I do think it's funny, but you know, when you're trying, anything is worth a damn shot. So this is what I'm doing this month. I guess I told you guys I'm not taking Clomid or anything, but I stumbled across this old wives' tale. If you haven't figured it out already, because I said old wives' tale, it's probably a lot about trying to conceive. But this month, and I've been doing this since the cycle started, I am taking Geritol. Yes, you heard me correctly. I am taking Geritol. Now, this is Geritol tonic. When I did research on this, let me just explain the research I do. I stumbled across an old thread on a forum I'm on about Geritol and how it's an old wives' tale that there's a baby in every bottle. Now, all these women were like there were so many women that got pregnant their first month taking it. There were also several women that did not get pregnant their first month taking it. But there's probably more that did than the ones that didn't. Also, there were women that were trying for like 15 plus years, having IUIs, IVFs, nothing. They took this for a month, got pregnant. Bada bing, bada boom. So, I don't know. And then there were women that said like, there were older women at work that told them like, yeah, you want to get pregnant, take you some Geritol. I could see both of my kids with that or whatever. It's like seriously out there. You Google Geritol and trying to conceive or baby in a bottle, you will find a lot of success stories. Now the manufacturer will say like, we don't promote that, but of course they're not. It's a high potency vitamin, which I think it says right there. It has iron in it. Now let me tell you this, I do know my iron is low. Even when I was taking prenatals, my iron was low because the last time I tried to get my blood drawn, they pricked my fingers and it was too low. They pricked them again, it was even lower. And that was when I looked back at my calendar at work, it was August 1st. So that was just last cycle. Like, and if you do research, even if you don't look this up, if you look up iron deficiencies, like it does, women who consume iron or higher dosages of iron usually get pregnant faster. So I didn't even realize that even while taking prenatals I was taking, I wasn't getting enough iron, and I haven't looked back at them to see the level of iron in them. And you know, some prenatal vitamins have even more iron than this does. I don't know what's so special about this stuff, but it's worth a shot. That's all I'm saying. Because it does not have folic acid, mine does not, and I've heard most people say that theirs does not. I also picked up 800 milligrams of folic acid, which I also take every day. Now this is not open, and that's because this is my bottle at home. I have a small bottle at my desk that I've been using at work for lunchtime and stuff like that, because I've been taking it during the day around lunch with food. It is, from what I hear, let me tell you this. Let me also clear this up too. You will hear women, when you start doing research on this, if you already don't know about it, you will hear them say Geritol Complete. Geritol Complete is the pill form of this. Now, a lot of women have gotten pregnant taking the Geritol Complete pills too. However, a lot of women didn't. I think most of the women that I saw that didn't get pregnant were taking the pills. as you can imagine, the liquid is going to be absorbed faster into your bloodstream. Also, I think it's a few more ingredients in the liquid than it is in the tonic. I mean, in the complete. Now, I will say this. Everything I've heard about this stuff is that it's disgusting. It's gross. It's gross to smell. It's gross to taste. Most people take the pills because they cannot stomach this. Now, like I said, I've been taking it for 4 days. I've been taking the tonic. This one is open. I have a bottle at my desk at work. However, I have not smelled it. And it has not tasted bad to me. And I think it's because as soon as I go to open the bottle, I do like this. And it is, I'm taking my shot. Like, as soon as I go to open the top, I hold my breath and I do not inhale again until that top is back on after I've taken my shot. So I hold my breath, pinch my nose, take my shot, get back down, put the cap back on. I give it a minute and then I take a breath. And I also have a little bottle of grapefruit juice in my desk that I'll just take a sip of. And that's it. And I keep it moving. Like, I really don't even think about it because I have not once smelled it. I have not. Like, I make it, like, after I've tasted it, I smell vitamin smell, but it's not smelled like, because I'll let my coworkers smell. They're like, oh my God, that smells like ass. Like, it smells like death. Sorry. But they hate the way it smells. And I haven't smelled it, so I'm just like, I don't know. It just smells like vitamin. I don't know. But what I will say, if you decide to do it, just never, ever, 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 ever smell it. Understand? I've not smelled it. I don't want to smell it. I will never smell it. I will do everything in my power not to ever smell that stuff. I will. I'm also, the only other thing I'm also taking with this is the CoQ10. Coenzyme Q10. I did not know how expensive these things were. Like, you see, I got a Rite Aid brand. I went in there to get it, and it said $41. But they did have buy one get one free, which they better for. I'm like, for these, what do they do? Which I do know what they do. I'm not really going to get into right now why I do take these, but I mean, overall, if you've looked it up, they do help your egg quality. You know, for like older women, take them, you know, just to kind of give some life back to your eggs and reproductive quality functions, whatever. I'm blabbing, but you know what I mean. Now, we'll say this. If you are taking Geritol, Complete, or Tonic, I say try either one. But I'm trying to get the, I don't care how nasty this stuff was. I didn't care. I was like, I need it in my system. And I need it quick. And I need it, you know, everybody was saying, like, there's some people that swear by the Complete pills. But if you, on most things you'll see, people will say that people swear by the Tonic and not the Complete. So, and it makes sense to me. Like I said, it's fast absorbent. It's some stuff in here that's not in the Complete. And you'll find this before you find the Complete anyway. So, anyway. If you're taking this, what I was getting at is you do not take this and your prenatal vitamins. It's one or the other. I mean, ultimately, your body will secrete whatever is extra that it doesn't need anyway. But I'm just saying, you just need to take one or the other. So, either you're taking this or you're taking a prenatal vitamin. But I have not heard of any wives tell about any prenatals that there's a baby in every bottle. But this is where the old wives' tale is, that there's a baby in every bottle. And I've seen several women on this old forum that got pregnant within a month. I kid you not. And let me tell you something else, even funnier about this. I called my best friend. Let me tell you, we've been friends since we were in the 6th grade. Best friends since we were in the 6th grade. She's known all my struggles of trying to have a kid, you know, since like 2000 when I got married. Back in the day, you know, when I was married to my ex-husband. She hadn't even had a kid yet. I was trying way before, you know, that. And she didn't even try for any of her kids. But let me just say, this was way before she even had kids. And at any rate, I call her on the phone. And I'm telling her. And I'm like, I'm talking slow because I want to brace myself. Of like, you're not going to, you know, I'm not taking Clomid this month. Or any soy iso or anything else. That's another thing. This has soy in it. It doesn't say how much. It doesn't. It just says contains soy. Whatever. Anyway, we'll take soy isoflavins, any of that stuff. So I told her, you know, I'd already told her that. So I said, you're not going to believe what I'm taking. I said, you're going to laugh at me. So I'm like telling her so slow because I'm like dreading her, like busting out laughing at me, right? So I'm like, you're not going to believe what I'm taking. I'm like, let me explain. I found this on a forum. So I'm like prefacing her, like telling her all the backstory. Like, yeah, I am taking, wait for it, Geritol. She's like, Geritol? Oh yeah, I've heard about that. They say it's a baby in every bottle. You knew about this? Like, seriously, I didn't even have to tell her that the old wives' tale was that there was a baby in every bottle, because she clearly just spit it out at me. I'm like, you've known this for how long now? She's like, oh, since, she said, I think it was like 20 when I talked about it. I'm like, you've known about this for 13 years and never, ever, ever mentioned it. As much as I talk about babies, like pretty much every day, never mentioned it. So I was so disappointed. I'm like, seriously, I blame you for all my infertility all these years. I said, you better hope. I'm just kidding, of course, when I say that. But I told her, she may not have to hope much, maybe a 10 to 20% chance, but she better hope I do not end up pregnant this month. She better hope so, because I will not let her hear the end of it. Like, I have been spending so much money on like Clomid, on HSG shots, and granted my insurance covers Clomid, so I just end up paying whatever. But I'm just saying, the shots, I paid for those trigger shots out of pocket. I paid for those, and then just all this frustration, and just, wouldn't it be my chances that I would end up pregnant off some Geritol, taking it for 1 month? I tell you what, we gonna wait and see. I mean, I'm not selling a farm on this stuff. I just stumbled across some information and saw quite a few success stories. And it would be crazy if my first month taking this stuff, this disgusting stuff they say, which, like I said, is not disgusting to me because I will never smell it. I have not smelled it. It looks like in DW40. Looks like motor oil, but it's not that thick. It just it has like a dark look to it. But other than that, like I said, I have not tasted how disgusting it is because I do not smell it. That's the trick. Anyway, wouldn't it be crazy though? Wouldn't that be like so crazy? Granted, I mean, I would be happy, but I'm just telling her, she better hope I don't end up pregnant after all this time from a bottle of Geritol and some folic acid, okay? Because she ain't gonna hear the end of it. She is not gonna hear the end of it. And I told her this on the phone, and let me tell you how funny this was too, because I told her, I said, you better hope it's gonna be some furniture moving. So I ended up pregnant. So it actually turned out that same night that I had to go back to the dealership because I got a new vehicle on Saturday and I had to take some paperwork up there. And so she happens to live 5 minutes away from this dealership. She knew I was going there, but she didn't know I was coming to her house. So, and she also knew what kind of vehicle I got. So she just happens to be sitting on her porch nursing her, how old is Naomi now? Naomi is 4 months now, nursing her 4-month-old, who's also my goddaughter. And I pull up in her driveway so fast, like I just whip up in her, and she's looking like, is this? And I just look out the window and start, I'm like, and another thing, like you, I told her, I said, I'm telling my RE to bill you for all these years. Because it would just be so crazy if I would just end up pregnant off a bottle of Geritol. I had to say that the Geritol got me pregnant, but you know what I'm saying. The use of Geritol for a month would aid me in pregnancy. That would be insane to me. So, again, I'm not selling the farm on it. I'm just trying it out because I'm not taking anything else. I would be taking prenatals anyway, so I'm just substituting that for these. Especially since still my iron was low, taking the ones I was taking, but they were some generic like Walgreens brand, so that's probably why. I don't know. Or maybe my body was just not absorbing it good. I don't know. But there you have it, guys. I'm cycle day 4. I'm taking freaking Geritol, which is like known as the old people's vitamin laxative or something. You know, people don't really know what it is unless you talk to like an older person who knows really about Geritol. But Geritol was a big thing before the whole vitamin craze, and now everybody makes vitamins. I don't even know if it's really vitamins in there anymore. We really need to like result to get our vitamins from food, but you know, whatever. Nobody's ever going to get all they need from food either. I don't even know what I'm talking about anymore. Anyway, I will start using a ovulation test probably around like, I don't know. The thing is too, is that the women that use this, they did say that their ovulation date ended up moving up a little bit. There's also notes I found that this has like helped people get their cycles kind of better, and it helps with helping. I don't know. I have to read to get I don't want to tell you wrong. So look up some stuff about how it aids, how the vitamins in here can aid in helping regulate your ovulation. It said something to that nature, something like that. So that's why, like, usually I'll ovulate anywhere between day 15, 16, 17, 18, whatever. I don't know when I will. So, and plus, I just want to just, like, by day 8, I'm going every other day. Like, that's just how it is. So, I'm not too much going to worry about the ovulation test, but I will start taking internet cheapies fairly soon, like 8 or 9, because I just want to know when it's coming and when I should at least think that I've ovulated. That won't mean that I did, but at least get a positive, because yeah, that's when you think it's go time. But I've had positives before, and then gonna get my blood drawn before, and then it still said no, you didn't ovulate. So I don't know. I guess we'll just see. That's the battles of PCOS, is that sometimes you'll get that positive and you didn't ovulate, but every time I was on Clomid, I definitely did, So I think I've gone on long enough and have long enough. Now this is supposed to be a quick update. I think I see, now that I've gone about 22 minutes, that's actually so not quick. Is that 22 minutes really? Is it? Okay, well, let me get off here then. Alright, so I'll talk to you guys soon. And that's it for now. So I'm going to go via my Geritol and my folic acid and my CoQ10 and have a merry old day. Hope you guys are doing great. And yeah, talk to you soon. Bye.